What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through a HYROX simulation because I'm currently about 8 days out from my first HYROX event ever. So it is currently May 11th, 6 o'clock in the morning. I apologize for not filming last week. The reason I did not film last week, and there was no video this week, is because it was my birthday weekend. So I enjoyed time with my wife, my daughter, my family, and ate a lot of food and gained some weight. I actually weighed in this morning at 206.5, which is not where I want to be at all. I was hoping to be at 200 pounds by HYROX, and that's not going to happen within 8 days. And then this is Mother's Day weekend, so today we're going to be going out to eat to celebrate my bride, Cassie. And then tomorrow we're supposed to be going to my parents for Mother's Day breakfast to celebrate my mother. So I'm going to be eating for the next 2 days a lot. And then obviously I'll dial in for the remainder of the week and then next Sunday. But I don't see me getting down to maybe 203. I'll be happy with 203, but I don't see me getting into 200. If I'm being honest with you guys, month of May in my house is just very, very hard to stay on track with my diet. Every person I know has a certain month where a lot of birthdays, holidays, everything falls on, and that month for my family is May. We got my birthday May 2nd, we got my mom and dad's birthday May 8th, we got my nephew's birthday May 6th, we got my sister's birthday May 12th, we got Mother's Day in there. We just got a lot of stuff going on, and everybody knows when you celebrate a birthday or a special day, it's all about food. So that is why the diet has just been Monday through Friday, solid. But on the weekends, that's where it's usually going out the window. Oh, an update, good update. I got news. I finally passed the RECA, which means I am officially done with my tests for everything I need to do to become a teacher. I'm already a teacher, but now I passed tests that say basically, hey, this guy can teach. So now I will apply for my clear credential and I will be officially done. So I'm very stoked about that. But anyway, back to the HYROX. So a little nervous about HYROX, and the reason why I'm nervous about HYROX, the more and more I look at the actual stations in HYROX, it freaks me out. The running I'm not too concerned about, but a lot of things I've been watching on the sled push and the sled pull, people say they underestimate that. They say the sled is a lot heavier than they thought, pushing it and pulling it. The burpee broad jumps are apparently very hard, which I understand that because of the distance you have to do them. So I'm getting a little nervous. To be honest, I don't even know if I feel ready for it, but sometimes you just got to try something to see where you're at and gauge it. My workouts have been decent. My cardio recently has been better. I've been running a little bit more, increasing my volume. But I'm not where, obviously, I need to be probably for this HYROX. But we shall see. So, I'm going to finish sipping on my pre-workout. Basically got some caffeine, got some beta-alanine, got some creatine, got some carbs, and electrolytes all in this little concoction. And this will basically be probably what I drink prior to the race. Probably about an hour before the race, let it all digest, because there's going to be a lot of running. So I'm all stretched out, and now I am in the garage gym to get this morning popping. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I feel like I have not been on my game lately. I feel like I have been slacking, and I do not like that. I feel like I've been lacking discipline when it comes to certain things. So it's not just you guys. I know a couple of you guys ask me or think that I'm just have crazy amounts of discipline all the time. I feel like I have been slacking. Like I said, I feel like I've been slacking lately in my workouts, in my nutrition. Like my workouts, I've been doing them and everything, but from what my program calls for, I haven't been following through on all of them. Like I have not been doing enough of the preparation part of my training programs for HYROX. Like the interval training, the HIIT training, almost like the CrossFit style training. I have not been doing them. that much. And I'm a firm believer that what you do in the dark will eventually come to light. And the light that I am referring to is the light of the actual HYROX event. I think it's going to come out that I have not been following through on what I said I'm going to do. And I don't know, that might just be the fact that maybe I've been training for too long. Maybe I'm a little burnt out. I just haven't really been feeling it. Like, I've been trying to switch up. I've even switched up to like work out in the morning. I tried working out in the afternoon the other day. Just didn't feel it. So I don't know. I think it's a little bit that I've been burnt out for a while. Even this training for the HYROX, I feel like I haven't been as intentional as I am with my other events that I have done. But it is what it is. It's part of life. You learn. You live and you learn. And that's what. So today, my goal is, like I said, to kind of simulate a HYROX workout, get the heart rate up, because I know that's going to happen at the HYROX. Get the heart rate up, get the muscles fatigued, and see how I perform under fatigue. And then also, I want to do Murph again on May 29th. And that too, I feel like last year when it came the month of May, I feel like I was just in like my fighting physique. I feel like I was a way better, way lower fat percentage. I feel like I had more muscle. I feel like I had more endurance. I know my physique looked a lot better than it does right now. And when it came to Murph, I felt good going into that. I felt like just more of like obviously this hybrid athlete that everybody's speaking of. But I just don't feel it right now. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Everybody has certain phases. But that's why I think it's very important that you track everything that you guys do. Because like I could see what I'm capable of when I look at where I was last year. But the good thing is I only got 11. I believe 11 days left of school. Then I hit summer break. And obviously my goal for summer break, spend a lot of time with my daughter, my wife. Actually the other day was quite sad. I came home from work and Adeline greeted me at the door and she was crying. And I was like, "What's wrong, Mama? Why are you crying?" She comes up to me, she gives me this big hug, and she says she misses me all day. She doesn't like when I go to work. She said she was very sad that I didn't give her a hug and a kiss before I left. Obviously she's asleep when I leave for work, so I don't want to wake her up. But having that pulled a heartstring. So it'll be nice that I get to spend all summer with her and Cassie. But in that time, for the 2 months that I'm off for summer break, I would really like to focus in, even though it's summer, I'm going to really try and focus on my nutrition. I really want to get back down to at least 200 pounds, maybe like 196, because I believe if I'm at 196, I'll be sitting at about 10% body fat, maybe a little bit lower. I want to get more into the functional, hybrid, HYROX training style stuff where it's hard because I feel like a hypertrophy background. So I've done that for so long that I love, the 4 sets of 12, 10, all that stuff. So most of my workouts right now are programmed around that, not so much getting the heart rate up and like doing HIIT style workouts, zone 2 or zone 3, zone 4. So I want to start incorporating more of that, and I need to start doing like 20 minutes a day probably with that style workout, and then, or at least 10 to 20, and then the rest of my workout obviously be like the hypertrophy fun stuff. And then obviously get more content out. I have 2 months off, so I don't have to work. I'll have more free time. Hopefully get you guys more videos, more vlogs, more podcast style videos, just about everything. So if there's certain videos you'd like to see, like day in the life, full day of eating, training videos like this, vlog style videos, or podcast videos, comment below, just so I can kind of start getting a game plan together for my summer break. But I do got to show you something that Cassie got me for my birthday. Check out this bad boy. This thing is legit. It absolutely sucks. Yeah, that's official. I officially have an Echo bike. It was pretty funny when I first tried it out. It freaked Adeline out, but then she thought it was like the funniest thing ever.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny.
She's gonna give me a shake.
I know.
So that was pretty funny. But this will check your ego very fast and very humbling. So since I don't have a sled for today's workout, let me pull up. For those of you guys who do not know what a HYROX is, let me explain to you what a HYROX is. That way you know what I'm doing in my workout today. Also, since it is Saturday morning, today is donuts with my daughter. So I got to kind of finish this workout kind of quick. That way I can get inside once she wakes up. Because right now it's about 6:40. And then we'll go get donuts. We do it every Saturday. Don't judge. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't feed your daughter donuts. Calm down, bro. She only eats donuts once a week, and that's pretty much the only sugar thing she eats. And last time I checked, you didn't birth my daughter, so you can't say how I raised my daughter. HYROX, the way it works is it involves a lot of running. 1,000-meter runs, kilometer runs, a lot. So you start with 1,000-kilometer run. Obviously, since I'm inside, I'm gonna hop on my treadmill. It basically breaks down to 0.60 of a mile. So I'm gonna run that. I do not have a ski erg, so you got to jump into a ski erg for 1,000 meters. So I'm not gonna I can't do the ski erg for 1,000 meters. So what I do is I jump on my rower for 1,000 meters. Then you run 1,000 kilometers. I don't think that's kilometers. Am I saying that? There's no way. Kilometers? Is it 1,000 kilometers? Is that right? 1,000 kilometers? Did I do that wrong? Oh my gosh, I think I've been running wrong this entire time. I think I did 1,000 meters. I hope I did 1,000 kilometers. Why does kilometers sound so far? How long is 1,000 kilometers in miles? I hope this is 0.60. Yeah, okay. Oh, meters. Is meters and kilometers the same thing? I don't know. Anyway, so then you're gonna do a sled push for 50 meters. I don't have a sled push, so probably the only way I could think of doing something that apparently that one is very hard, and if I got the weight right, I think the sled weighs like 335 pounds or something like that. So you got to push it 50 meters. So I'm gonna jump on the Echo bike and I don't know, maybe do 50 calories on that thing. I'm trying to compare it to the Deca. So like the Deca, when you do the air or assault bike, it just is a total body, just brutal workout. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then I'll jump into 1,000-kilometer run again. So I'll jump on my treadmill, and then I'll go into the sled pull again. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna do back on the air bike, and then I'm gonna go 1,000-kilometer run. Then I'm coming inside. So today's workout's gonna be all inside. I'm gonna basically break it up into 2 days. So today's gonna be inside, tomorrow's gonna be outside, and it's gonna function with the burpees, broad jumps, the farmer's carries, and the wall balls, and the sandbag lunges, because that's all outside. So those 4 will be done tomorrow. Again, I'm not doing the entire thing today, which I probably should, but it is what it is. I'm gonna just break it up into 2 days and see how I feel. So today, like I said, I'm gonna run 0.60 of a mile, do the rower for 1,000 meters, run 0.60 of a mile, assault bike for 50 calories, run 0.60 of a mile, back to the assault bike for 50 calories, run 0.60 of a mile, and then I'm gonna do 1,000 meters rowing, and then we'll call it a day, see how I feel, and recap. Also, the reason why I'm also doing it inside is because I wanna make sure that I can film it and document this fun-filled workout for you guys. I'm gonna time it. Again, I don't know how fast, I'm not worried about speed, especially since I'm gonna have to probably move the camera and everything to make sure that I'm getting you guys some footage. But right now, I'm gonna set up for the HYROX simulation, half HYROX, because I'm not only doing 4.
Echo bikes are no joke. So recap, that took me, I think 46 minutes or 42 minutes is what it said. That took me 46 minutes, 19 seconds. I burnt 517 calories and my average heart rate was 146. Based off of that workout and how I'm feeling right now, I think I should have programmed more of these style workouts throughout my training. I don't think I did enough of them. I think too many of my workouts were, the heart rate was like in zone 2. And when it comes to something like HYROX or the DECAs, which I recently completed, you got to train in something that you're in a higher zone, like zone 3, zone 4. What I've realized, so I do a lot of my running in zone 2, and I never realized, or I never thought that I could push myself faster. Like I'm usually running like a 9-minute, 10-minute per mile pace, and that's just zone 2. I'm keeping my heart rate at that. But recently I've been incorporating like tempo runs a little bit more. So tempo runs, I'll choose like a 9-minute per mile pace or an 8:30-minute per mile pace, and say I'm running like 4 miles. I'll do like a mile warm up, and then I'll try to do the 2 miles in the middle at a zone, or like an 8:30 minute per mile pace, and see how I feel for that 2 minutes or 2 miles. And then the last mile I'll do a cool down mile, so it'd equal a total of 4. But what I realized is when I started doing that, when I pushed myself to run at an 8-minute 30-second per mile pace, that first quarter mile, I was like, this is ridiculously hard for me. Again, it's all perspective. Some of you guys, that may be super easy. Some of you guys may kind of be where I'm at, where it's like you can never do that. I ran an 8-minute, so I held that pace, and I held that pace for a quarter mile, and it sucked, and I was like, this is painful. My voice of average was basically saying like, you're not gonna be able to do this. And then I noticed that the next quarter mile, I felt the exact same. And the next quarter mile, I felt the exact same. And by the next quarter mile, there were some quarter miles in there that I actually felt like good. I felt like I was actually in zone 2, even though I wasn't. And the reason why I'm saying that is when you push your body past that comfort zone and you're able to hold it for say 2 minutes, and then you build to 4 minutes, then you build to 5 minutes, I think really all it's doing is increasing your belief of like, when you feel that uncomfortable state, that voice of average will initially come in and say, abort mission, back out, don't do this, you know, this is painful. And then most of the time we listen to it. But if you're able to push through that, what I've realized from doing that is it's not as bad as you think it is. You're able to maintain it. And then when it comes to the actual race or something, you're in a pain state where you've been there before. So like the first time I did the Echo bike at a Deca Fit or a Deca Strong, I was like, this is extremely hard, and it took me like 2 minutes to get 25 calories. Since I've gotten the Echo bike, I'm like, let me just go all out. I can knock out 25 calories a lot quicker now since I've been in that pain state before. Moral of the story is if you're training for HYROX Deca, from my experience, again, I'm not podium, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just a husband, a father, a high school sped teacher, and then someone who really enjoys fitness, trying to improve myself at every single one of these races. Maybe one day I'll podium, that'd be awesome. But again, I'm balancing all of those and then just pushing myself out of my comfort zone to, you know, do these events. So from what I've learned from doing these events is I need to incorporate zone 2 training. And I think that's what, once I finish HYROX, I got obviously the Murph, that's gonna be the following week, which I'm gonna start training for. But even that, I have not been doing like heavy pull-ups, push-ups. I've been doing squats, but not the amount of volume that comes into Murph. So I'm gonna feel that too. So again, like I said, I want to do this video just to kind of be real with you guys of where I'm at personally in my fitness journey. Right now, if I was to gauge on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being where I was last year at my graduation and right before I attempted the Big Bear, before they canceled it. I would say last year, at this time, mentally, physically, disciplinary, I don't even know if that's a word, I would say I was at a 10. I was feeling like I was firing on all cylinders. As of right now, I would say I'm maybe at about a 7. So just realize in your fitness journey, you're gonna have it go like that. And maybe it's just because I've been training so many multiple days and trying to do back-to-back events and not really giving myself like a deload week or a rest week or even just mentally a break. So I've been doing a lot of, I guess you would say, pondering on some things I need to change moving forward to get back to what I feel like is my peak state of mind. So got HYROX next week. Week after that, I got Murph. And then that is actually the last week of school for me. And then Cassie and I and Adeline are gonna take a little 3-day vacation. And then when I come back, I got 2 months that I really am hoping to incorporate some new goals, some new daily routines, some new habits that I really just want to get back to. So I don't know if you guys are in the same kind of state of mind where I'm at right now. If you are, comment below. If you're in your peak state of mind, comment below, let me know what you're doing to ensure that you stay in that state of mind. And then if you're like me, where you're like, you could be doing better right now, you just got to get out of that like funk or something, comment below also. Next week is HYROX. I will document that. That's gonna be the first HYROX, which the good news is, I think I've said this before, if it is your first event, the one thing you could go in knowing that you're gonna accomplish, if it is your first event, is you're gonna hit a PR. Ain't no way around it. You're a guaranteed PR on your first event, which is very exciting. If you enjoyed the video, please obviously give it a thumbs up, comment below. If you have any questions or questions that you would like me to address, I always comment and get back to my comments. And then if you are new to the channel and you like this style content and you want to see more of it, make sure you subscribe because, well, I can't say I post a video every week because I missed last week. But since I think last week was the first week in like 2 years that I didn't post a video, so I'm pretty consistent. Anyways, you guys already know the motto. Stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, that workout killed me. Above all, don't be average. I'll catch you guys in the next one.